Hello everyone, this is Wandering Trader, your low budget, quick take trading nomad. So we are back again with a portfolio update for the week. CPIs was released around Wednesday, and then there was some tension with Ukraine this Friday. So inflation was higher than expected, around 6.7, I believe. And these are our positions as of right now. And by the way, I am in Rio de Janeiro. So I am going to still hanging out over here, enjoying myself. Not much. We're going out, just hanging out, eating, enjoying ourselves. If you're interested in some of my travel content, I upload some of those shorts over here. We have some Rio de Janeiro shorts. We have a helicopter ride if you want to check out, if you want a bird's eye view of Rio and the South Zone. And yeah, check out my content. Thanks again. Anyways, we are back. So our positions as of right now, we have 17,500 shares of Wish, we have 1,000 shares of BABA, and we have 276 shares of QYLD. We have entered into Facebook. We have 3 puts at 210. We have a monthly expiring in a couple weeks. For Wish at 5 call, we have taken over about 50 plus profit, 50+%. Alibaba, we have 155, and we have some other options on our watch list. So this is a new function in Robinhood. I highly recommend you guys check this out. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet right now. We have our Wish 225 expiring, so we're awaiting earnings on that. 314. We're gonna wait for the CEO plan of action. Jackie also resigned, so we're writing 30 days in anticipation to reduce our tax burden when we unwind from this. So the plan for this, if we are able to get 9 to 10 out of 2022, our price target, we're gonna get out and we're gonna move into something else. If we are able to get 14 to 15 by 2023, we're gonna unwind out of our Wish position. So I found something else that I want to play. And for our BABA, earnings is the 24th. So this is the first earnings that I'm going into after taking assignment. So I'm looking forward to that. There's also some updates on that company regarding the NFT cloud space and also sales during the Olympics. So they are definitely influencers in that marketplace. Facebook, we have entered in on the first drop, 215. And then I wanted to have a better margin of safety. So we are at 210. So these are all-time lows. I believe it's averaged it's range bound around 220 to 230, and sometimes it has broken RSI. So let's start with Facebook first, right? So Facebook, we pulled up the SPY. Let's pull up where their cost average is. S&P 500 average is around $326.64. The vendor right now is trading around 228, around 222, 220. So this is a great sign. This is a great indicator that it is highly oversold. So that's the reason I'm actually going to take assignment. If I might take assignment on this if it hits my mark, but I just wanted more better margin of safety. Of course, I wanted 200, but 210 is something I'm willing to settle with, and I'm gonna have about like around 40% margin if it comes to fruition. So our averages right now, our average for Wish, it is 589, and our cost basis is 520. So we have 700 in premiums right now. I mentioned that I'm using some of the premiums to build out a QYLD position to stabilize some of my portfolio, it so happened in the last 3 months we have seen sell-off and growth in the 60-70% range, and it has been, wow, what a ride. It's just one of those things where I haven't traded through '08, but I am aware of such macro events and tightening and tapering cycles, and I've just never expected such drastic sell-offs. Palantir, Robinhood, whatnot. Anyways, our BABA position, we took assignment at 149. Our cost basis is 144 and 22. So we have a monthly on this, and depending on the month, we have 155. I might hold this out, and I'm going to actually try to either unwind depending on the earnings, but I have indicated that this is going to be a 2 to 3 quarter play. So I'm going to have to see how stellar their earnings are or where they're at, but nonetheless, we are at 155 for the call. So let's take a look at, I wanted to also bring this up, some of the charts for Alibaba and Meta. So as you see here, we have maxed it out, the chart. Facebook they IPO'd around, what was this, 2012 year till today, 474% and 474%. Alibaba 30% since IPO. So these are one of the, I believe they're relatively early. There's still some growth stories into this, but I wanted to encourage more of a long-term perspective in such environments. We have Apple since inception, 210%. Microsoft since inception, 294%. Amazon since inception, 177,000%. Tesla, 22,000%. Nvidia, Airbnb, Google. Google is actually ripe for more growth since with the split coming. So that's also a great company with also very profitable, big moat. Netflix sold off as well. So Google, Meta are our recent tickers and companies that have gotten hit. So these numbers look pretty enticing. Can you see out 5-10 years? I'm not sure. Will they be around? I mean, they have 1 billion, 2 billion something plus users, so it depends how they monetize. Other than that, let's go back to our Wish. So Wish is the big is the elephant in the room, right? Wish, we are talking about almost 55% down on this position. And when I went in on September, I was quite hesitant, but I felt like it was a great story. We have almost 500 million downloads on the App Store. And aside from that, their cell phone discovery centric, cell phone centric model was very appealing to me. I went in with the fare at 5 around September, came macro and the sell-offs, and here we are. So is it, some cost fallacy at this point? Yeah, it might be, but we have the assets. It doesn't deter me. I mean, when I went into the position, I kind of had an idea that it was a riskier play. It has not proven itself as a worthy investment. But if we take a look at some of the yearly earnings forecast, it's more or less, we have some coverage already. 2022, 2023, the consensus where it's at. So they're stabilizing. It's not doing as good as expected. There was some surprises on the last earnings, but they still have to work on that. Based on Jackie's projection, they should be stabilizing by Q2, Q3 of 2022. New CEO is more of a digital-centric European market C-suite. So they have a new team in place, and we are going to see what happens, right? Earnings March 14th right now. Put to call ratio, we are looking at 0.29, skewed towards the call side. Which in event 18, there's more skewed towards the call. Same thing, total volume, total put call volume ratio, skewed to the call side. So with Wish, where are we heading? What's the direction? This is their Pinterest. They have 30-40 million active users. So they are a beast. They still have users, right? So they have to tweak everything. They have to work everything with merchants. I believe they're building that out. This is their Wish shop, YouTube. So it is quite significant. 7.9. They are a big player in the e-commerce space. And yeah, this is no small feat to garner X amount, this much followers and this much like. They are making an impact. They are making a dent. They are working on this. They are still growing it as a company. So right now, like I said, I am in Rio, and this is one of their pickup functions. These are some of the stores in the local area, merchants that have decided to sell on the platform. So 10,000 people have bought this drain hair catcher, some of these small knife trinkets. So I firmly believe Wish and Alibaba is very different from Amazon. So they are very small business oriented, small to medium sized business oriented. They're not in the business of using the data and then crushing their competition. They're strictly a platform business, and they encourage commerce and trade and transactions, buyers and sellers, bringing everyone together. So these are some of the stuff that they have listed. This is for the pickup, and I'm in Brazil, so it's going to be in reals. So yeah, quite interesting. They're still a business. They are still alive. They are still thriving. They still have to tweak and work out their markets. So their main concentration: North America, parts of South America, Europe, Australia. and they're going to be focusing on that. They're going to be cutting costs. I hope what I'm looking for in the CEO is basically a wartime CEO who's going to slash and cut and reduce costs. They started a couple quarters already with reducing ad spending, and now I'm not sure if they should be. I don't want to go in this direction, but a CEO that might be cutting staff and unnecessary staff and leading out. This is one of those Lean Six Sigma situations where they just have to be more efficient, have to be more nimble, more agile, and build on the business that they have right now. Some of the sentiments, more or less, same old. All the original members jumped ship, probably to avoid being part of a lawsuit. So these are some of the sentiments out there right now. Jackie didn't care from the beginning. She was embarrassed and wanted nothing to do with the company. Well, she had a $35,000 a year salary with multiple multi-million-dollar bonuses that she just opted out. So we don't know her intentions. We don't know her story or what her expectation was, but definitely she was not able to leverage some of her positions. Is context logic ripe for a buyout? Yeah, probably. I like I said, I could see they were offered to be bought up by Alibaba and Amazon previously. I don't see why Facebook wouldn't make an acquisition, and because Facebook has a marketplace already, Facebook Marketplace, and why not integrate Wish into their platform to bring it up to the modern, to bring them up to 2022, so reignite that flame of innovation and have users. So they have Instagram, they have WhatsApp, they have Facebook, but Facebook Marketplace there are buyers and sellers. So I don't see why Wish would not be a great add into Facebook. But I'm not a decision maker, I'm not a shot caller in their department, and this is that. So our Wish position, I have mentioned that we are going to play this out. We are averaged in 589, cost base is 520. All we have is time. We're going to just generate $700 a month. We're going to build out our QYLD position to stabilize our portfolio, and we're going to wait for the rebound. It's going to take at least 3 to 4 quarters for Wish to rebound. But with good news, there are going to be some accumulations. What's very interesting is that there has definitely been more institutional inflow than outflow. While there are some outflow, it has finally went the other way. So let's see what happens. Maybe the smart money is actually pouring in. Is it a value? Is it value? It's all speculative. Wish, it's not a proven business model, but just the monthly active users alone, the amount of downloads, that's quite powerful in today's day and age when attention, impression, clicks per view is it's the modern currency. So I've mentioned my position why I'm in favor of Baba and Wish and their and how they actually innovate and encourage small to medium sized business. We are down maybe 149, maybe like 10, 15, 18% on this. Wish is about 55 to 60. QYLD, our average is $21.02. So we are actually down from our all-time high of 247, but I have a great feeling. There's definitely more volatility in my portfolio than I would like, but we are going for it. We're going to get back to our glory days, and we are going to ride it out. Other than that, we're still here. We're still around. It's just money. It's not that serious. We're still surviving, and we're going to continue to survive. All right? So thanks again, everyone, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. Take care.